You can't be yourself and expect to get girls. I used to search up on YouTube videos, how to get girls, how to make girls text you, how to text girls, all that kind of stuff. And the number one piece of advice that I got was just be yourself. But I did that for 3 years and I got zero results, zero results. But once I started putting myself in a frame that the majority of women are attracted to, adding my little bit of touch in it, that's when I started to gain a little bit of traction. I'm not saying I'm like a pickup artist or anything like that, but I was gaining a little bit of traction, I still get ghosted, I still get rejected and all that kind of stuff, but changing the way I carried myself and mixing a little bit of my personality in it changed things dramatically for me. And here's what I did. Stop being so damn nice, bro. Women don't want a nice guy, bro. We all know this by now. Andrew Tate drilled it into your guys' brains.
And you start annoying me, trying to resist, and I just
brain. So we all should know this. But this is what I'll say now. I got ghosted by a girl that I met on Tinder. I told you guys that I had Tinder for a while. I met her on Tinder about 8 months ago. She was a cool one that was on the app, but I got ghosted by her. And then she texted me all of a sudden. I'll let you read the text right here. Hopefully you read that text, but like in my older days, I would have been like, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's go. What do you want to do? But now I realize, like, bro, she probably got dicked down by 5 to 10 motherfuckers in that whole time zone. Excuse my language. And she probably just came back to me because she was low on attention. I was probably her last option, and who knows, she was probably gonna flake my ass anyways. But I just rejected her. But in that whole thing, I acted like I didn't know her. But when she sent the second text of her name, which I obviously blurred out, I knew exactly who it was, or I still acted like I didn't know her because I knew how to maneuver it. But after that, right now I'm focused on my life, I'm focused on business and all that kind of stuff. So I said, you know what I'm saying? But I rejected her. Simple as that. But honestly, it felt kind of good, bro, because like now I can kind of see why girls like rejecting guys. I can see why they like rejecting us, bro. It gave me like a little bit of a high, so to speak. But yeah, I started to actually have my own opinions and stick with them. Okay, bro, women don't want a guy that's easily a pushover, bro. If you have an opinion on something, like say it's Andrew Tate, say you have an opinion on Andrew Tate and Andrew Tate really changed the way that you think about certain things in your life, or you have an opinion on what the definition of cheating is. I had an example like that before. I was in a car with 2 girls and they were trying to drill me about because I thought a certain situation wasn't cheating, and they were both looking at me, drilling me. Nope. You really think that's not cheating? That's cheating. I'm like, I don't really think so. Sitting back, just like, I don't really think so. And obviously they're pissed at me, but now they know that I'm a man who sticks to my opinions and I'm not a bitch, because that's what it's gonna make you look like. You're gonna start looking like a bitch. You don't want to look like that, bitch. So stick to your opinions, bro, and don't be a pushover. And that goes for any kind of circle, bro. Even if it's a group of guys, a group of girls, one girl, your family members, stick to your opinion if it's your opinion. But make sure you don't contradict yourself, and then make sure that you don't switch out for anyone. You're just gonna turn you a lot more masculine. So focused on my own shit, and I put myself first, bro. When I did start attracting a lot more girls, I was getting phone calls constantly or text messages, and they would be like, hey, you busy right now? I would say, yeah, but what's up? Don't ever say that. I'd say, yeah, but what's up? And then they'd proceed to waste 30 minutes of my time with some bullshit, I made this mistake too much, and I'm telling you, it's detrimental to your progress, it's detrimental to your growth, detrimental to your success. Don't make this mistake. But now I usually just say, yeah, I'm busy, I'll call you back in like 10-15 minutes. But I never actually call them back, bro. I need to retire my parents, so I can't be focused on a dumb ass bitch right now. I know I may sound a little bit angry or hurt. I'm not hurt, but I really am angry, bro, because I've lost so much time to females. I acted like I had options, even if I really didn't. Okay, there was a time where I had a few sneaky links in my life, and I have simply cut them off because, honestly, if you're not going to have kids with a woman, why are you going to have sex with her? And I need to retire my parents, like I said. But there were times, they would kind of flake on me low-key. One night, I'm ready to get to action, bro. I'm ready to get to action. The low-keys flake on me, and I would kind of always text like, so what's the plan? And then the whole night fails, and they either move on to the next guy, or they don't text me because they're kind of unattractive. So what I started to do was I was like, okay, they start flaking, I just leave them on scene. I'd either leave them on scene and kind of act like I moved on to the next girl, or really moved on to like the next girl if I had one, but most of the time I didn't. And then what they would do is they would text me 10-15 minutes later, hey, actually, what time should I come? Or yeah, you can come grab me. It worked every time. ghost them. You need to have periods in your life where you're not talking to a single female except for your mom and your sisters, because the other girls that you maybe want to attract, they need to know that you have a life outside of them. But don't just use that time to sit around and say, okay, yeah, I'll call you in a couple of days, or don't set timers and then text them, because one, that's a simple waste of time and energy. But actually use that time to make yourself busy enough to the point where it feels like a task to text these girls, almost like the dirty laundry that you just leave around. It's like, oh, hey, what do you want? Just gotta text her. Like, that's what you gotta treat it like, bro. It's really backwards, but that's how it goes. And some girls will actually get pissed, and some girls will be like, oh, you always text late and you suck at responding. Sometimes I take 18 hours to respond because, dude, I'm on D&D. I mentioned the D&D lifestyle, and there's things I need to be doing in my life. I don't know if this is toxic at all, but it attracts more girls. And even if I don't want to talk to girls and I say, sorry, I'm not focused on females right now, I don't even say my business or anything like that. Or I just say, I'm not focused on females right now. I got to do a lot of things in my life. And then, they either leave me on scene, or they say, okay, 10 days later,
a few moments later,
they'll be texting me, hey, how are you? How are things going? Didn't I say leave me alone?
damn!
Last thing I'll say is that women don't want that soft little boy that you were raised to be. Times have changed, bro, and now you simply have to observe the game. But you don't really have to always be a player, bro. You can observe the game and set up your life to the point where you have an advantage of all the players that are doing the chasing. But we'll get into that in another video. Love you. Start off tomorrow strong, G.
Peace.